You're live. You're live. So, number five. Ooh, gotta be long, far away. So this is number 65, YouTube Live Yoga Routine. And quickly, before we begin, I want to share something from Mind, Body, Health, the effects of attitudes, emotions, and relationships. This is, of course, a textbook. So I have a big shelf of books. When I look at them every once in a while, this is a textbook. It's actually not messed up. Maybe it is messed up. But maybe it's part of the art of the cover. So quickly, I just want to share a subtitle called The Connectedness of Spirituality. And all I'm going to do is share a short sentence within this paragraph, which is on page, the paragraph is 330 to 331. But I'm going to share this short sentence, or part of a sentence, and I'll share the rest below the video. So, the greatest health benefits of spirituality are rooted in experience, not just belief. And I'll say that again. The greatest health benefits of spirituality are rooted in experience, not just belief. And then they give an example of the experience. Simply getting caught up in a magnificent sunset, feeling the awe and gratitude for such beauty, and feeling one with it might be one of those spiritually joyful moments. So I just want to share that. And let me open this door. And then I'll start acting like I'm on camera. I know. All right. So today, I wrote it down. Let me see. This is number 7, right? We're going to do 2 sun salutations. We're going to have variations in them. And with the variations, what you want to make sure you're doing is 1, focusing on the breathing. That allows the mind and body to become one. You're going to keep the abs engaged when you're supposed to. But the main thing is you're going to hold these poses. And with holding these poses, you're going to accept where you are. So you're focusing on the breathing, allow the mind and body to become one. You're going to settle in the pose, find out where you are, wherever that may be. You're letting go of judgment, letting go of trying to be somewhere. Find out where the spot is, settle there. Don't worry about how you think it looks or how you think you want it to look. Just accept it. Accept where you are. That's what you're learning on the yoga mat, acceptance. And then we'll close up with focusing on the breathing at the end, watching ourselves breathe, or watching yourself breathe. So let's go ahead and begin. You're going to go to mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Toes come up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are slightly bent. Hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed, so no tension in the arms, in the shoulders, on the neck. And you're going to lengthen up. So when I say lengthen up, what I do, I can't see me in the mirror. In the video, when I pull up, I feel like I have a string, so I'm pulling myself up, but I'm allowing my skeleton to stand as if there was no tension anywhere, as if I was just a skeleton. So I'm trying to find that spot where the skeleton's standing and just focusing on the breathing. Thinking of nothing else but the breathing. And with the mountain pose, you're becoming one. You're gaining the mindset of oneness, firmness, just like the mountain. It's one with the earth. It is the earth. So is your body. So is your skeleton. We pause together. Thumbs go to the heart center. I'm going to push the arms out, up and back. All you do is keeping your hands in the symbolic hand gesture of the prayer, or go out a little bit, whatever you like to do. Inhale, it's the first stretch, so listen to the body. Then exhale, as you exhale, you hinge forward from the lower back. And then you're just going to fall into the ragdoll. With the ragdoll, the arms are dangling, the head is dangling. So no tension in the neck, no tension in the arms. You're not pulling yourself down in this pose. You're just letting yourself go where you go. Accepting it. Even if you're up here, that's fine. Whether you're all the way down, that's fine too. Both of those are judgment. So you're just letting go, trying to be somewhere, letting go of the mindset of control. And just focusing on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Now palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Arch the back, raise the head. Inhaling here. Inhale as much as you can. And curl the back, forehead's going towards the knees. And you pull yourself in and down, pushing all the air out. Again, you're just listening to the body. You're not going further than you should. Then arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. Inhale as much as you can. Then exhale, exhale all the air out, push all the air out. Pull yourself in and down. And again, arch the back, raise the head. Inhale. And then exhale, pull yourself in and down. We're going to do two more. Push all the air out. And then two more. Inhale. Exhale. Now this is the last one. Inhale. Exhale. Pull yourself in and down. Push all the air out. The palms go to the sides of the feet. The left leg is back into a low lunge. With the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, hips are square. They're pushing forward diagonally, making sure the front knee is not over the toe. Near to your palms, maybe into your fingers, or however you are. So you're going to settle the pose, find out where you're at, accept it, and then just focus on the breathing. Focusing on the breathing is what allows the mind and body to become one. So just watch yourself breathe, focused on the breathing. Now think of the back foot. I'm going to curl the toes under. You're going to go into, I don't know why my voice got louder, but you're going to go into the monkey. So knee stays to the floor, toes are curled under. Arms go up. Now you can have the arms parallel if you like. Fingers as wide as you can get them. Middle fingers are pointing straight up. Or you can go out a little bit. Whatever you like to do. Reaching up. You just focus on the breathing. Now here the abs are engaged. So you're not sucking the abs in, you're just engaging the abs. There's a difference there. So, and if you're wobbling back and forth, that's fine too. You're finding out where you are, you're accepting it. Maybe you're down a little bit. Or maybe you're doing it what you think is perfect. And that's awesome too. It's all good. Just find out where you are, accept where you are. Just focus on the breathing. Now palm's going to go down to the foot, front foot. Bring the knee up, high lunge. With the high lunge, the back leg is straight or as straight as you can get it. Making sure the front knee is not over the toe. to your palms, maybe to your fingertips. Whatever you can do, that's what you're doing. The back is straight. Maybe the back is arched. Wherever you are, just accept it and focus on the breathing. We're learning acceptance. You're holding these poses, accepting where you are. Now, you could be in the pose, and after a while, it's like, man, this is too much. You're listening to your body, so bring yourself out. You're letting yourself be your own guru. Learning how to adapt. So you're thinking like, man, this is perfect. I'm going to stay here. It's a perfect pose. And then you realize like, okay, 10 seconds in, it's not perfect anymore. So just because you committed to it doesn't mean you stay in it. You adjust yourself again. Now, right foot is over to the right side. To the left side. I'll get my words right eventually. So there's a foot down from the hand. The hips are square. And then you're going to fall on top of the leg. And here, you're not pushing down. You're just letting yourself fall where you fall. You just accept where you are. Just focus on the breathing. You'll think of nothing else but the breathing. Allow the mind and body to become one. Then you bring yourself up. So your arms go straight. Hip bones are still pushing forward diagonally, so they're squared. They're squared to the floor. Back is straight maybe, or arched. The head is dropping back. So technically you're kind of doing a scoop if you can. If not, that's fine too. You're pushing. Now in this pose you are pushing, but you're not pushing past the point of where you can go. So you're thinking about, man, this is where I can go. If I go any further, that'll be too far. So find that spot, settle there, and just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. So you're aware of what's going on in the body, but you're not focused on that. So for me, for example, I'm aware the right side of my lower back, which I have an issue with, but I'm just aware of the issue. I'm not focused on it. Very important mindset to have. Well, I was going to say you're not accepting it, but you're accepting where you are. You just focus on the breathing. And you'll fall back on the leg, sink into it. You're not pushing down. Again, you're not pushing down in this one. You're just letting the body go where it goes. And maybe you're leaning. Maybe you're leaning a little bit. That's fine too. Maybe you're over here. If that's where you are, then that's perfect for you. Because it's about you. It's about you doing the poses. Letting go of the mindset of control. I know I'm talking into the floor. I'm working on getting a new mic. But I have to get a new camera first. So I can't get a new mic unless I get the new camera first. Tricky. Then bring yourself up, arms are straight again, doing a scoop. So if the back is going like this, pushing forward. If the back is straight, you're still pushing forward. And pushing up, and dropping the head back. That's what allows the scoop. Now, you're going to get to the high lunge with the right foot between the hands as best as you can. So the best way is to get yourself out of the stretch first. You don't want to be in the stretch and then just go right into the next pose. You want to get yourself out of the stretch a little bit. So you want to go down maybe and reach out a little bit, whatever works for you. Then you're going to get the right foot up into the high lunge. We're not going to stay in the high lunge. We'll just settle here for a second or two. Then moving the downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight here. Heels towards the floor. So the heels are going into the floor, towards the floor. So the heels are going down, and then use this hand, pushing down, and the tailbone is going to the ceiling. So you're stretching the legs, pushing into this pose. Now you are pushing into this pose, but you're not pushing past the point of where you can't go. So you get right to the spot right before you feel like, man, I can't go any further. Find that spot, settle there, and just focus on the breathing. Just accept where you are. Doesn't matter. Wherever you are for your body, that's perfect. Accepting it. Now, if this is too much, just bring yourself out of it some. Maybe go to the child pose. Maybe go hands and knees. Or just simply bring yourself out of it a little bit. Just because you commit to it for the first 10 seconds doesn't mean you have to stay in it. You can adjust yourself. Now, you're going to slide into the upper dog. You drop down to the knees and the chest, and you slide up. With the upper dog, tops of the feet are to the floor, palms to the floor, head is dropping back. Now, if you need to do the small cobra is this. You're on your belly, no pressure on the hands, so you're not pushing up. You're using your back muscles. Back muscles are pull muscles, so you're pulling yourself up. Or you're shooting hands and knees. Modify it. Get to the spot right before you feel like, man, I can't go anymore. Find that spot, accept it, and just focus on the breathing. Now back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. Now, if your eyes closed, open your eyes for a second. Look at your feet and get the face towards the feet. So you're pushing into it. No tension in the neck still, but you're pushing into it. But you're not pushing to the spot where you can't go. You find the spot right before you feel like, man, I can't go there. Then you settle in it, you accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Now you're going to bring the left foot up between the hands into a low lunge. With the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor. Got something on my pants. Knees to the floor. Hips are square. They're pushing forward diagonally. Back is straight maybe or arched. Making sure the front knee is not over the toe. If it is, you need to lengthen up some. Palms to the floor. Maybe you're to your fingertips. Maybe you're leaning a little bit. Wherever you are, just focus on the breathing. You settle in the pose, find out where you are, accept where you are, and then just focus on the breathing. And again, you might get in this pose, and in 10 seconds, you're like, man, this is getting uncomfortable. You're not committed to it. You're committed to it for the first 10 seconds, but let your mind be your own guru and adjust yourself. Your body be your own guru. Listen to it and adjust yourself. It's okay. Just because you commit to it doesn't mean you have to stay in it. Learning to adapt. Learning to listen. Capital L, listen. Listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. I saw that on online. Listen, Linda. Listen. And just focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under. Knee stays to the floor. You're going to go into the monkey. Feel like a gnat. Arms are up, reaching up. So here, the arms can stay parallel if you like. They can go out a little bit. Whatever you're doing, get the fingers as wide as you can. Middle fingers are pointing straight up, reaching up, and just focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. It's too much on your knee. It could be too much weight on your knee. Just position yourself where it doesn't hurt. Abs are engaged here, so they're not sucked in. The abs are engaged, and then palms down to the front foot. And you're going to go into a high lunge. Now, the high lunge, the back leg is straight, or as straight as you can get it. To your palms, maybe to your fingertips, wherever you are. Make sure the knee's not going over the toe too much. Back could be arched. Maybe it's straight. Just accept where you are and focus on the breathing. Think of nothing else but the breathing. Again, you can bring yourself out of it. If you need to go down to the low lunge, you go down to the low lunge. You don't have to stay in any pose. Again, you're learning to bob and weave like Muhammad Ali. You're finding out where you are. Okay, that doesn't work. You're going on this one. That doesn't work. It's okay. You're learning to adapt. And then just focus on the breathing. Now this one, I feel it in my back leg, my right leg, very tight. It's always tight. The last 2 years, it's been extremely tight. I need someone to take my leg and go. I don't need that for real, but I need something, feels like I need something like that. Now for the pigeon, left foot is over to the right side. It's a foot down from the right hand. So lengthen up, and you're gonna fall on top of the left leg. And just let yourself sink into it. Here, you're not pushing yourself down. You're just letting the body go where it goes. Hips are square to the floor. These are your hips, right? Terrible example, but these are your hips. Square to the floor. And just accept where you are. Then you bring yourself up, arms go straight. You're doing like a scoop. So the hips are square, back is arching, head is going up. The back can be straight too if you like. And you are pushing in this one, but you're not pushing past the point of where you can't go. So you get right to the spot right before you feel like, man, I shouldn't go any further. Find that spot, wherever it is, accept where you are, and then just focus on the breathing. Don't judge it. Don't be like, man, I'm doing the perfect pose. Let that go. Let that mindset go. Or even, man, I'm not doing that great of a pose. Doesn't matter. Let that mindset go. Wherever you are, it's where you're accepting and you're just focusing on the breathing. Learning a mindset. Yoga is about a mindset. Well, at least how I teach it is about a mindset. It could be about the body. That's how you teach it, or how you like it. So you can fall on leg. Not pushing down in this one. Just let the body go where it goes. Accepting where you are. Bring yourself up. Arms go straight. Again, you're pushing the hips forward, arching the back if you can, dropping the head back. You're pushing into this one Pushing right before you feel like you should go any further. Find that spot, settle in it, and just focus on the breathing. Now, you're going to get to the high lunge however you can. So the left foot is going to go between the hands. So what you want to do is bring yourself out of the stretch first. So maybe go down, reach forward a little bit, and then, however you can, get the left foot between the hands. We're not going to stay in high lunge. We're just going to settle here for a second or two. Then move into the standing forward bend. You pull yourself in and down, focusing on the breathing. You're letting yourself breathe in this pose. So when you're pulled in, your belly swells with air. So it pushes you out of the pose slightly. And then when you exhale, the belly goes in. So you go into the pose a little bit more. Just be aware of that subtle movement of the belly pushing you out and in. But you're not focused on that. You're focused on the breathing. Now palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale, exhale. Then you're going to go to mountain pose. Now that's one sun salutation with variations. Now we're going to do one more sun salutation with no variations. It's going to be the standard sun salutation, which hopefully feels easy because we just loosened up. We did a lot of variations. You felt like, man, I can do this. Oh, man, I don't know about this one. You figured out where you are. You're stretched out. You feel strong now. And hopefully this second one will feel a little bit easier than if it was the first one. And you allow yourself to feel like you can do it. That's the mindset you're gaining in this routine. Palms together, thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward from the lower back. Palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down. Let yourself breathe. Palms to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back. A low lunge. Top of the foot to the floor. Knees to the floor. Front knees not over the toe. Back is straight or maybe arch. To your palms or your fingertips. And just focus on the breathing. It should feel easier. And then going into the high lunge, toes under in the back, leg goes up, stay here for a second or two, then move in the downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. And you're pushing into it, focusing on the breathing. Then slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest, slide up, or the small cobra. When you're to your hands and knees, just modify it if you need to. Just focus on the breathing. Back to downward dog, arms are straight, legs are straight, heels towards the floor, tailbones to the ceiling, pushing into it. So left foot is up between the hands. Low lunge, so the low lunge, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, front knees not over the toe. If it is, lengthen up. And just focus on the breathing. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge for a second or two. Then move into the standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down. Let yourself breathe. Palms together, reach out, up and back, inhale. Exhale. Turn the palms out, push it down and out. And then you're going to go to mountain pose. Now, the mountain pose, as you know, toes go up, spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches the floor one at a time. Knees are bent, hips are tilted, arms are relaxed. So no tension in the arms, shoulders relaxed. Just focus on the breathing. Again, you're trying to find the spot where the skeleton is just standing, no tension anywhere. So you were just the skeleton, trying to find the spot where The skeleton is just standing. You're focused on the breathing, thinking nothing else but the breathing. Now here, you're just watching yourself breathe. Maybe you're watching the belly go in and out, because when you inhale, the belly swells with air. As you exhale, the belly goes in. Maybe you watch that, where the chest expands and goes in. Or you bring your focus to the tip of your nose and just watch the air go in and out. Bring the palms together. Namaste. That's it. So that's number 65 YouTube live yoga routine. So that means I have 300 more to go. Doing this for 365 days. So I have 300 more to go. Easy now. At first 10, I was like, man, what do I get myself into? But it's easy. I mean, unless something comes up. Something could come up. Emergency could happen. Lights can go out. Electricity can go out. I mean, might not pay the cable bill. I'll pay the cable bill, hopefully. But that could happen too. So. Anyway, so I'll see you tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. So namaste, peace and love.